Let's go!
Hello, and welcome to the Lone Larch Podcast. My name is Jenny. You can find me on Instagram and Etsy as Lone Larch Designs, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jentastk. Welcome to Alberta in the spring. It's puking snow. It's a complete whiteout. You can see about a block down the street. Yeah. It's winter, and it's not winter, it's spring in Alberta. Hooray! Whatever, it's part of life. How is everyone? Today is April the 13th. Did I say that already? Yeah, tree work has started, and I am having a hard time adjusting with balancing my life. Not really. It's fine. It's just always a bit of a shock when, life switches and then we're full on tree work time. It's a little bit weird, but everything's fine. There's a big truck that just drove by and he looked at me like, why are you staring out the window talking at no one? Don't judge, whatever. Let's get started. This might be a big mishmash, but who cares? I wanted to mention a podcast that I was introduced to this past week. Kate has been telling me about this podcast for a long time, and I just have finally listened to her great advice and started listening to it. It is called TED Radio Hour. Everybody knows the TED Talks. It's done by TED, obviously. And they have like a topic for each show, each podcast, and then they take little snippets of different TED Talks and throw it all into one, and you learn about something or whatever. It's great. Educational, non-knitting, but great. The windshield wipers are probably really loud, aren't they? Sorry. Whatever. Yes, so we had some birthdays. I had a birthday and Emmy had a birthday, and we've had some pretty big adventures. For my birthday was pretty low-key. We just spent the morning being lazy, and I worked on my Fireside cardigan. Did I seriously forget it? Oh my god, I forgot the cardigan. I forgot my finished object. I'm amazing. Whatever. I will insert pictures here. No, I won't. I'm going to always save that for... Oh my god. I'm going to save that for later. What happened? So, I had a birthday. Oh yeah, I was knitting on my Fireside cardigan in the morning. We had a nice, lovely morning, and then Emmy had a play date with one of her friends. So I dropped her off, and then I went to a movie by myself. But it was no ordinary movie. In town here, there's a film group called Mount View Film Group, and they bring in, I think, like 10 films a year or something like that. They go to the Toronto Film Festival, and they pretty much pick their favorites, and then show them in Olds throughout the year, which is really cool, because Olds does not have the most culture. It's a little bit redneck Alberta-ish. So to find something like that is really exciting. The film that I went to was called The Eagle Huntress, and it was about a Mongolian girl who's 11, I think. 11 or 12. No, she must have been older than that. I think she's 13-ish. Let's go with that. And she's she's full-on Mongolian. She lives a nomadic life with her family. She goes to boarding school for a week at a time, then goes home for the weekends. But So they're pretty well off from what I understand, from what I could observe from the show. But anyway, she shows an interest in eagle hunting from the time that she's a very small baby. And so her dad is like, well, okay, I'll teach you how to hunt with eagles. Why not? It's part of our culture. Why shouldn't you do it, right? Obviously, it's a very male, it's the males usually do it in the family and in the culture. So it's not exactly looked highly upon if a female's doing it. So there's a little bit of I cannot talk today. There's a little bit of friction from the elders of the clan, or whatever they're called, of the area. They just say that it's ridiculous. You know, the women's place is in the home to bring the fire in the tea in the water to be ready for the men when they get home from hunting, and that type of attitude, as we all know quite well. But the dad of this little girl is just like, no, screw it. She's shown interest in it, so why would I not support her in something that she wants to learn? So she ends up going to the eagle I was going to say the eagle hunting competition. I guess it's the Eagle Festival, where they do all their different skills, their horse riding skills, and all the different things that you have to be good at to be an eagle hunter, right? And she ends up cleaning up. She ends up winning for one of the things, for one of the skills that they have to show. The dad takes the eagle up to the top of this mountain, and the hunter is at the bottom on their horse, and they have to call their eagle, and it's timed to see who gets their eagle the fastest, essentially, who retrieves their eagle the fastest. And they show a first couple people, and it's like 1 minute 6 seconds, 46 seconds, and then this little girl, she's not so little, but the girl has her go, and it's insane. The eagle, she goes, I can't remember what the call is, but she does the call to her eagle, and the eagle dive bombs. There's no like floating and nice, meandering down to her person. She just dive bombs straight down to the little girl, grabs onto her arm, 5 seconds, done. Literally 5 seconds. So she wins that part of the competition. Anyway, she ends up cleaning up, and all the guys are just staring at her like, who is this alien being in our presence, and what is going on? So they end up interviewing the elders again, and it's hilarious because there's just like a blank look on their face, pause, nobody answers. And they just go, well, she might be good at that type of thing, but she's not actually going to be good at actual real life hunting, because the winter is very cold. The winter is when they hunt. The winter is very cold, and, women are fragile, and they'll get cold too fast, so she won't be able to do it. Ridiculous, right? It seems ridiculous to us, but it's their culture, whatever. It's what they're used to. So she ends up going hunting with her dad in the winter, in the freezing cold. I need a tissue, my nose is red. And it's the first time the eagle's ever been hunting. It's the first time she's ever been hunting. So they show everything. They show how she sends the eagle off, and the eagle misses the fox 3 times. Hunting is not easy, obviously. So finally, the 4th time, she lets her eagle go. They find it, and it's cool how they work together. She goes with her dad, and one chases the fox and like herds them around, and then they let the eagle go. And anyway, she ended up getting a fox on her first hunt with her dad. So that's how they leave it. And the end of it goes, the dad asks her, she asks her dad, do you think mom is going to be proud of me because I got a fox? And he says, of course she's going to be proud of you. And she says, do you think grandfather is going to be proud of me? That is one thing. Her grandfather totally approves her hunting, because he's smart and open-minded. But do you think grandfather's going to be proud of me because I caught a fox? And he says, of course grandfather's going to be proud of you. And her dad says, but none of that matters. The real question is, are you happy? Are you proud of yourself? And she says, yes, I am truly happy. And it's all very touching and, empowering and blah, 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 blah. So it was very cool. I enjoyed myself. And I got a quiet afternoon at a movie by myself for my birthday. So then it was Emmy's birthday. I did some tree work. And then it was Emmy's birthday. And we went on a great adventure. We took her to, I took her to pick up Amy, first of all, on our way to Calgary. And we put Amy's bike on the back, and I had my bike, and we had Emmy's bike. I'll explain that one in a minute. And so off we went to Calgary, and we showed up at the first place. And it's a place in Calgary called Inja Nation, and it has climbing walls, and it has rope walls, and it has trampoline gyms, and it has balance beams with foam pits and platforms that you can jump and do all sorts of crazy stuff, and obstacle courses. And so we spent a couple hours there. I found out when we got there that it was half price in the mornings, so we stayed for twice as long as I was planning on, because why not? And Emmy just killed it. She had so much fun. She climbed the climbing walls. She's a little bit short for the way that they had the holds placed, so the climbing walls were more difficult for her, but it was crazy. She did the rope wall like 500 times, and she said her favorite part was letting go at the top and letting the tether grab her and then lower her, which is crazy because both Amy and we were playing too. We had harnesses on and we were climbing all over stuff too. But that was the hardest thing for us, was to trust that whatever system it is that holds you, because we're so used to being on ropes that we're in control of and that there's constant friction on, and
one more, bird.
Like there's constant tension on it. But this, you're totally free, and it only grabs
Let go.
At whatever point. I don't know
Let
how
go.
they work.
Hold on to the rope.
But it only grabs at the point where it needs to, so that you don't fall to your death, right? So both Amy and I are at the top of the climbing walls and all the different things, and we're just like, oh, I don't want to let go, I don't want to let go. And Emmy's yelling from the bottom, just let go, just let go.
My mom and Amy climbing. Woo! Go, Mom, go! Go, Amy, go! Go, Mom, go! Go, Amy, go! Woo! Guys, let go!
She was more brave than we were, which was pretty awesome to see. She's such a champ. So we spent a couple hours there, and then we went and found some lunch. Emmy wanted waffles, so we went and found some waffles. She actually ended up having pancakes, because whatever, we all change our minds. And then she got to go and choose some new earrings, because she wants to change from her just boring purple ones. She wanted some fancy, hearts and flowers and whatever else a 5-year-old wants to put on her earrings. So we did that, and then we went. The trail system in Calgary is insane. I had no idea how prolific maybe isn't the right word. How insane it is. Like, there's so many. They have an app that shows you where all the bike trails are in Calgary, all the paved bike trails, everything. Every trail in Calgary is on this app. So we just found a spot, pulled our bikes off, I pulled my bike off, pulled Amy's bike off, and then opened the door to the back of the truck. And Emmy was so excited to show Amy her bike, like her old bike. I don't know why, but she's very proud of it because she loves riding her bike, I guess. But I opened up the back, and her little bike was there, but you could see a new bike peeking out from underneath the blanket.
Got your bike? Are you ready?
helmets?
Whoa. Whose bike is that?
Whose bike do you think it is?
Look at my old one.
The old bike? The old one.
Yeah. I
And
really like
the
it.
new bike. What do you think about that?
I like his parts.
What?
His parts on the
What?
parts.
Let's see.
Let's see if the basket will hook for little Lammy.
How do you know that's a basket?
Because look,
Oh.
it does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay, what?
My new bike.
You got a bike? Why?
God.
Why'd you get a bike? Because your old one what?
My old basket.
Your old basket? We needed a new bike because your old basket was trashed? What? Do you think you're going to be able to ride this? Do you think? Get off your seat. Yeah. Go give it a test ride. Do you think you can ride it? What do you think? Can you? Yeah?
Here we go. An airplane.
What do you think, girl? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Does Lammy fit in the basket? Perfect. And she was off, and it's so much faster. So much faster. Bigger wheels, obviously, like bigger. Why can I never? Sprockets. There we go. Bigger sprockets. So, you know, she's actually moving instead of doing this and getting nowhere. She's going places. So we went for a 2-hour bike ride up and down Deerfoot, essentially, which is the freeway that's in Calgary. But you're set to the side enough away from it that you don't feel like you're riding on the freeway, because there's hills and there's valleys and there's fields, and you go under all the bridges and all the underpasses and everything. And we just kept going, and we'd stop and have a little rest, and then we'd say, well, let's just go a little bit farther. Can we just go a little bit farther? Of course we can. We had a great day. We had a fantastic day, and she was in such a good mood all day. No grumpy bird. No grumpy mom. That was good. Tried to be on my best patient behavior. I think I did pretty well. And having Amy with us just helps so much. She's such a calming person. Yeah. So we had a great day. Had Vietnamese when we got home because I was too lazy to cook. So we got home at like 6 o'clock. It was a fantastic day. She passed out. It was a big day for both of us. So that was that. We had a great time. That's pretty much all the shenanigans. For the love of trees this week, or this go, sorry, cough. I got a GoPro. That is what I am recording on right now. We'll see how this is. I know it's wide angle and that's a little weird, but I'm just trying to figure out how it works, so be patient. So yeah, I got a GoPro, and from Jared, because he's a superstar and likes to give me technology that I don't know how to use. But we figured it out, and I put it on my helmet for my day of work on Monday. So I'm going to insert a bunch of clips that show what we did, and, well, some bits of what we did. And hopefully it's a good perspective. It's a little bit high and you can't quite see what I'm seeing, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. My screen gets in the way a little bit, but enjoy. just not my saw, so it's
giving you a hard time. Where's your rod for a brand new chain on a 4-4?
It's just not what I'm used to.
You want to go over, Cal? Grab 6'5". Stretch your arms out a little
No.
bit.
Oh, can't you get it started?
Yep. There you go. Yeah, look at that.
Licorice pull. Yeah, you're good, Raj. Just get off there. Well done. Well done.
Pull that out of the tree, too.
The rope?
Yeah.
You don't want to tie it up there to pull it down? Or are you going to chuck? Don't you want to just... We can just 5-to-1 it that way. You come down right now.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Sounds good.
There's no hypoxylon in it or anything though?
I thought I'd see it,
Like
yeah.
snappy points? Okay.
No, I don't see it.
Okay.
Not that I've found yet.
Okay. Okay, coming up.
Yeah.
Well, anything I can do to make your day more pleasant. Here I am.
You always make our day more pleasant.
Aww.
If I ever take the $10 out of my pocket and buy the company, you can come back and work full time.
Sure. Look at that. Moss stumps. Well done, sir.
I thought I was going to say, and you guys move the tree.
Yeah, quickly, just give us a minute. That's far, John. Stop. You. Good cuts. One on the other side. Yeah. Woo! Look at that! You didn't even smoke the tree. Well done, John.
Oh, it's bad. Hey, Kaylee, pull your phone. Come on. Yeah, you're all right.
Why, thank you. Come on, Sock, play along.
Whoop.
gonna need the wedge, Rod.
Hmm?
You need a wedge.
No. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Nice. Nice. Wow.
Even better.
Baby spruces live to see another day. That's awesome.
Missed the dead wood.
That's fantastic. Jeez. Didn't even wreck the wood pile.
Yeah, I missed it. Missed a lot of it.
Yes. So that's that. Let's talk about knitting. Sip of coffee so I cough more. So I finished a sweater that I forgot at home by the fireplace. The collar was still a little bit damp from blocking yesterday, so I put it by the fire this morning so it would be dry so I could show you and put it on. It's still sitting by the fire. Whatever. I loved making that sweater. It's a Fireside cardigan by Jane Richmond. I did it in eco wool, which is bulky. It was so fast. If you want to make a sweater and like it's your first sweater, do it in bulky because it was like I wasn't even paying attention and the sweater was just being created. It was awesome. The instructions, if you listen to them and actually pay attention and read them properly, which I never do, the pattern is written really well. It's very clear. It's very simple. It's top down, raglan sleeves with a little bit of ribbing, and then you take the sleeves off, knit the body forever, a little bit of waist shaping. The way that it is laid out, all of the instructions, all of the numbers are in a chart for the different sizes, like stitch counts are in a chart. So what I did is I measured every bit of me individually. I have wide shoulders, narrow chest, narrow waist, and then I have wide hips. So for me to do a 30-inch is too small, but for me to do a 32 or a 34 is getting weird and bulky. So I just totally shaped it for my exact measurements, because you just plug in the numbers into the pattern that apply to you, and there you go. So I was very happy with the way it turned out. I tried it on before I blocked it. It was so funny. I was showing Emmy, it's done, and she goes, try it on, try it on, try it on. So I tried it on. And it fits really well. It's quite snug, so which is perfect because it will have loosened with blocking, which I'm really happy about. So when I get home and put the buttons on, I did bring the buttons that I'm going to put on it though. There's 3 buttons on the collar to hold the shawl collar closed. These are the buttons I'm going to use. They match my nails. Emmy bought me this nail polish for my birthday. Isn't it beautiful? These buttons are from Natalie of Remembrance's Pottery. I've had them forever. I got them from her last year. And I think this is going to be, I think it's perfect for this sweater because they'll be small enough that they'll kind of blend in, but interesting enough that they're not just buttons, right? I don't know. So once I put the buttons on this afternoon and get the rest of it dried off, I'll take a picture and insert it. FO! That was so fast. It was the fastest sweater in the world. It was great. What am I working on? I don't normally drink Tim Hortons coffee because there's better coffee in the world, but Kathy gave me a gift card for my birthday, so I'm using the gift card. And it'll do. This is a bag that I made for myself yesterday. Happy birthday to me. I love it. It could not be more me. Bright green zipper, trees, obviously. And this fabric is something that is coming soon to my shop, and I'm experimenting it right now. I'm doing a couple of custom things. It is the coolest fabric. It's called Craft Text, and it's actually Craft Text, and it's paper. It's a paper fabric, but once you wet it, oh yeah, you can see it. Once you wet it and manipulate it, like I just get it wet and then I crunch it and wring it out and do all these things to it and then let it dry, it looks like leather. I absolutely love it. So this is my bag. My very own Jenny bag that I don't make for myself enough because I don't know. I always want to make for other people instead of for myself. So this is my sweater that I'm working on called The Alias by Isabel Kramer. And it's getting really big. There's a lag in me seeing what I'm actually showing you, so it's kind of weird, but I love the little faux cable on the front, on each of the fronts, and then it's on the sides, obviously, down the side, under the arm. The construction of this sweater is magical. I would suggest doing it. There's not one end that I have to weave in so far, and this is what I've done already. Now, I do weave my ends in as I go, but I've been spit splicing everything. So you do one piece, and then you break the yarn, and then you start on the other piece, and you break that yarn, and then you put them all together. So as I've been working on it, I've either woven them in as I go, like I knit them in as I go, or I spit splice them, so there's no tails. And that's what happened on my Fireside too. So when I got to the end, when I was done knitting, I was done the sweater, period. I don't know why people don't weave in as they go, because then when you're done, and you don't have to do the stupid weaving in stuff. So I love the way this is turning out. This yarn is Briggs & Little. It's beautiful yarn. I really like it. It's workhorse yarn, as I said last time. Briggs & Little Heritage. And I love the feel of it on my hands. It still has lanolin in it, so normally I have to lotion my hands a lot when I'm knitting because yarn just sucks the moisture out of my hands. But with this, it's full of lanolin, so it just keeps it's moisturizing my hands as I knit it. It's awesome. So, Isabel Kramer knit along. Is anybody else playing along? Are you playing? Are you? When we were at Fibers West, I found this very hilarious. When we were at Fibers West, you know how they always have samples of stuff? They have sample stuff hanging on racks with whatever yarn that they're selling, right? I kept going through them and going, oh, this is a cool pattern. Who's it by? Oh, Isabel Kramer. I did that about 4 times at Fibers West. And I was doing it somewhere else too. I can't remember where it was. But I love her patterns. So the Isabel Kramer knit along. I'm doing it along with Glenda and Bernadette of Wet Coast Wools. It is going on now. We started April 1st and we're going until May 31st. Is there 31 days in May? April, yes. Till May 31st. You can do any Isabel Kramer pattern in any yarn you want. Anything. It just has to have something to do with Isabel Kramer because her designs are perfect. They're just so perfectly my style that you should knit them all. Because I am. So, what else do I have to say about that? Anything? Briggs & Little, Isabel Kramer. I love it. Can't wait for it to be done. I tried on just what I had so far, and it was perfect. That's that. I am going to put a Ravelry thread in my Ravelry group, which is Lone Larch Podcast Ravelry group, because I haven't done that yet. Slacking. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the Elk Pass knit along. I'm just going to put one thread in, chatter, FOs, everything, and then at the end of the knit along, I just go through and everybody that's posted a finished object, I just write down your name and put you into a hat and then draw from those names. So you can chatter, you can comment on other people's work, you can do whatever you want to do, but just in one thread because it's just, I find it way easier and way more fun to look through and read and stuff. So play with us because Isabel Kramer's rad. Any pattern, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the other thing I'm working on, this is really it. I've been totally monogamous. I've just been doing Fireside full on and then back and forth to this one, the Isabel Kramer. And then I've been like barely sock knitting, but Leanna's sock is coming along. I'm working on a heel flap And this design is totally just coming out of my brain. I've made so many socks at this point that I just know the numbers, and I'm just building it and trying it on my foot because she has the same size feet as I do. So there's no pattern. There's just, I think I had 64 stitches, ribbed for a while, and then down I go. Look at the striping, isn't it magical? And then I'm doing a slip stitch heel. I'm gonna go until I have 16 slip stitches. I count 16 slip stitches on the front, and then I pick up the gussets all the way around, pick up 16 on each side, and go from there. So I love this yarn. This yarn is Farm Fairy Fiber in her Orchid colorway. It's a skein that I won actually on one of her giveaways, and I love the way it's turning out. The progress is very slow just because I'm totally enamored with the other sweaters I'm working on. So that's it. That's all I'm working on. There really isn't, there's been a lot of knitting, but not a lot of variety of knitting. So that's that. For Love Trees, I already did that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really like the GoPro as opposed to having to set up my phone and hoping that it doesn't die because the battery's cold, and that is just an absolute nightmare. And worrying that I have enough storage, and the stress level's just gone way down. So it just sits on my helmet, and I just, oh, it's right here actually. It just clips into this little thing on the top of my helmet. And so I just reach up and I hit the top button and it goes beep, 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 beep. And I know that it's recording, and off I go. And then whenever the cool thing is done and it's boring, then I hit it again and off I go. And it just doesn't interrupt work at all, which is very important to me because we're there to work. We're not there to video our lives, but I want you guys to be able to see how work goes for me, because I think it's interesting. So enough about that. Thank you for all the birthday wishes for both Emmy and I. We had a great week. We've had lots of letters, lots of packages, lots of notes, lots of lots of visitors, lots of excitement, and makes turning 35 okay with me. I cannot believe I have a 5-year-old. The last 2 mornings I've woken up and looked at my child and said, "Good morning, 5-year-old," because I just can't even believe that she's already 5. But it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Pardon me, I'm all stuffy now. I hope I'm not getting sick again. I think it's allergies. I don't think it's me getting sick. But the last thing I have to talk about, unless I remember something later, is I'm going to do a spring bag pre-order on April the 15th. That's in 2 days. That's Friday at 10 a.m. It's Saturday morning. This is the bag that it will be. It's one side. Holy cow. It's the spring version of a bag that I'm going to be having in the fall. That one will be called the winter bag. Shocking. But, so yeah, I'm going to open up pre-orders for that. They will stay open until all of the bags are sold out. So if you're interested in that, set an alarm and grab one. If you're not, understand. We all have different tastes. Move on. You tired of me clearing my throat? Holy cow. You know what? It's the Tim's coffee. The Tim's coffee makes me cough, or makes me super phlegmy. Am I just a weirdo, or does coffee do that to everybody else? I've been told it's the milk, the dairy content. I don't know. I need it to function, so it's a necessary evil. That's it. I'm done. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention is I have a Ravelry thread. I have a thread in my Ravelry group that is Ask Jenny Anything. I know I am terrible at responding to those, but feel free to ask me questions and I will get to them eventually. I found that a lot of them are hard to answer typing them out, because the answer is usually very long and convoluted. So I'm going to try my hardest to start answering them on the podcast. Now that I have all the space in the world on this SD card, that shouldn't be an issue. I was worried to do it before because I had very limited storage on my phone. And now Kate is texting me like mad. Hi, Kate. Don't say what that text says, Jenny. Secret things. Secret things. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. Have a good time. I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'm thinking it's going to be 2 weeks because that's the only... that's the only... yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. Have a great week. Kate, stop texting me while I'm trying to record. I can't turn it on airplane mode because it has to Bluetooth to the camera so I can see what's happening because there's no screen on the GoPro. I'm going to go reply to Kate. I love you, Kate. I'm going to talk to you right now. See you soon. Big kiss. Bye. It's scary. It's going to catch you if you fall though, right?
Come on, you can do it.
Good girl. Keep going. Good girl. Keep going. Good girl. More comfy now, right? You can do it. They're exactly the same distance every time. So just keep doing that. Lean down. Good. How many more do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Emmy, you're almost there. Good girl. Keep going. Go, Emmy, go. Good catch. Don't be scared. You only have 3 more. You can count to 3, right? You can do it. You can do it. Good girl. Good girl, you can do it. 2 more, 2 more. Go, Emmy, go. Go, Emmy, go. You can do it. Good girl. Good girl. 1 more. Get it, girl. Come on. Yay! Stand up tall.